Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore. This is Labyrinth, Refrain, Covenant of Dusk, and we need to continue. I will say there's just much like all the deaths that happen throughout the story, there's not really any way to prevent it at this point. It's just you got to go through the bad stuff, unfortunately. Anyway, speaking of bad stuff, let's continue. The distorted city of Refrain. Netto stares up at the sky.
Velkorana? It didn't work. Is the calamity going to repeat itself all over again? What's the use of fighting back against the soldiers? What was the point of me even... Luca... I'm so... Mildy! Luca!
Velkorana is responsible for this. We must stop it at once.
Marietta, is your wound okay?
Yes, it still hurts to move, but thanks to you, the bleeding has finally stopped. Now we can... Wait, what has happened to the residents?
Fritz! Ah! Tracty?
You came. You came all this way. I've been waiting for you, you know? At the same time, I was also praying you wouldn't come this way. I should have known you would end up here eventually.
Mysterious domain.
Hey! This is our first time meeting each other face to cover, isn't it? I am the Great Witch, Mesaluca Alma. You know who I am, don't you? That's right, I'm Luca. And this is the future of your world. A world full of despair.
Calamity impact site.
Pretty bad, huh? Refrain has been gone for a long time, and the world is falling apart. And it keeps getting worse and worse. The Calamity Witch possessed my mother to become Velkorana, and it is fully matured. It's unstoppable now. If you're here, that means Velkorana has hatched, and my past self has lost control of her time magic. That's why your soul has been sent to me in the future, because she tried to use her time magic in that unstable environment. This is the end of the world. Velkorana wasn't supposed to hatch. In this future, my allies and I intend to face Velkorana in a final battle, but I don't think we'll win. With our power, we can't even defeat a Dronia Poppet, let alone Velkorana. Just as I thought, we don't have much time left. But we still have a slim chance, so I'm going to explain the situation to you. Listen carefully. In the shattered future, I gained the ability to interfere with time, and I used that ability to set up a gambit in the past. Though this power doesn't allow material objects to be sent back in time, it was the only chance I had. So I sent back 3 different souls. Neldo was the first. His soul was easy to send to the past because he's not from this world to begin with. In your world, his soul resided in an owl. Since it was closest to his original form, he was able to transform into a human too. He basically acted as your combat support. He was searching for something that was most likely destroyed in this future. The other soul was Newton's, or Newt as you know him. He was a special case, as I was able to put his soul in his original body. For reasons unknown, he was already present at Refrain in the past. He is a great sage, and a powerful magic user. Once Neldo found what he was after, Newton's role was to send it to the future. But he knew Baba would detect his magic if he used it, So we sealed his memories away and assumed a new identity. And finally, the last soul was you, Trakti. Within the dusk of Tanis, I chose a random wandering soul to send back to the past. And that soul was you. Do you get it now? Despite the low chance of success, everyone agreed to risk their lives. In a way, it's like the opposite of despair. Time waits for no one. Not even me. Ironic, huh? When we're done here, I'll proceed to the final battle, which I'll probably lose, and this world will end. As I said, you cannot allow Valkavrana to achieve its full power. If you do, you have no chance of defeating it. Refrain is just a meal to Valkavrana. If it eats it, it will mature to full power. If that happens, this future will become your future. I don't know which choice was the right one. I just know this outcome was inevitable regardless. Because what Neldo, Newton, and I have all been searching for is you. Yes, you. We spent many years searching for the name that can defeat Valkavrana, and it turned out to be yours. Maybe I should have summoned you here from the start. Maybe that was impossible for me to do. I don't even know anymore. But I never considered having your soul sent here because I knew you had Madame Dronia with you. With Newton, Neldo, and the others we sent back, in spite of the danger, you guys can still win. I can't interfere that much longer. I'm glad I got to talk to you at the end. Take care of Madame Dronia. She's very lonely and gets sad easily. But I want her to live, even if Neldo hates her. I wonder how he's doing. As impossible as it sounds, as long as the newly hatched Valkavrana doesn't reach full maturity, you still have a chance. So I'll take a chance on you. I'll take a chance on your soul. One last thing. Even if you save the past, it won't change this future. It'll just create a future that wasn't ruined. You might think this is all for nothing, but I just want to save the past because I won't forgive myself if I don't. And if I die, I can't just move back time like I did when I was a kid. Because my death will cause all the recurring versions of the past to disappear, and there will be no way to undo it. It might seem strange for me to say this, but please take care of Luca. She could not be more different from me. I want her to stay pure of heart when she grows up, instead of becoming selfish like me. Well, I must get going. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Before I send you back, I need to write something inside of you.
With that, Mezaluka writes some spells inside Trakti. O Bluestone, Evil's Bane, shepherded by the Great Sage, protect this charge and destroy the Calamity Witch once and for all. Bluestone, Evil Bane, shepherded by the Great Sage. I bet this is really important.
This spell will protect you from Refrain's increasingly unstable reality. I talked an awful lot just now. We'll probably never see each other again. Now go! Please, save the past! Goodbye, Trakti!
Trakti, where did you go?
Thank goodness you're safe.
Time wouldn't go back, and then you disappeared, Trakti. I was worried, really worried.
Luca, check Trakti's memories. It might have documented new information while it was gone.
New information? Oh, wow. This is really far away, Trakti. You ended up all the way here? Neldy! Does this mean?
Yes, Luca. I'm sorry.
I see.
Luca, Velkuvrana may be newly born, But now that it's hatched, there's nothing we can do. This place is...
I'm gonna beat it.
Luca.
The word around the town is still up. If Trakti's memories are right, then we still have a chance to beat it. And that chance is now. Besides, I made a promise to Madame Dronia. We gotta get the keys. And to do that, let's go, Trakti!
Make your way through the Twisted Town Refrain and defeat Velcorana. And there you go. We have a new dungeon. We have Dusk and Tanis. Minimum enemy rank is 81. The true town of Refrain, twisted by dimensional distortions, but created by the re-emergence of Velcorana. And, yep, we got that going for us. Alright, I don't think we have anything new. Nope, we still have the Necromancer pack, that's it. Alright, so, yeah, a lot of stuff happened. Pretty much every time that white light appeared, that was Luca using her time powers to rewind time. And pretty much all the times that Madame Dronia was killed and slain, she would rewind time to reverse it. She also technically rewound time when Trakti technically died in the very beginning because of the miasma that destroyed the book. And she also has used it in situations where she just needed to run around real quick and try to, you know, in search of something, like when she was trying to find Madame Dronia. So, there you go. And the voice that was, you know, put us in the book in the first place, that was Luca in the future. She's a Time Lord. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Hopefully nothing bad goes wrong and I lose the footage. And we're just gonna dispatch. I know I have some. I mentioned there's some chests we missed. I'm gonna go grab it all after the fact. Apprentice notes. There are still 2 things we have yet to unlock or complete. We do need to finish those. Prior to beating the finishing the game, I need to. There's still one more optional boss I have to fight, and technically it's actually probably easier than the other ones, even though we can't unlock it until we do everything else. So, let's dispatch. We'll go to Dusk and Tanis. It's gonna be a little bit rough. Like I mentioned before, Alice is like level 20 something right now. It's not exactly the best situation. If she falls, I'll probably just leave her down and just keep pushing. Alright. There is no exit, or entrance rather. So the only way we can get out of here is by mud exit or by witch bell. Obtain rolling pin.
I will annihilate you!
Okay. Red ogre fleas.
Looks right to me.
Here we go! An opening! Ha! Ta!
Oh, awesome. Didn't do enough damage to actually hurt her. That's good.
But of course.
Not much experience, though. Alright. Just like before, we're going to stockpile as much as we can. Obtain boiled swamp crab. Obviously see stuff over there.
All right, let's do this.
Crow scales.
This is a fun... There! After you! There! I see!
Another successful hunt.
More than likely, we're going to end up doing one more soul transfer for everyone else, and that's going to reshuffle the party. Yeah, I'm going to take the damage, it's fine. I say it's fine, as that poison refuses to be removed. Alright, freaking... Just use a purifying butterfly and get rid of it, please. Thank you. My could have spent reinforcement points to...
Let the battle begin. Roger.
to just walk across it with
Let's go!
protection, but I'm lazy. Alright,
Well fought, everyone.
so main goal here is I want to find the Furia key. It is here. It is in this dungeon. This is quote-unquote the final dungeon as far as this playthrough is concerned. There is a new game plus in this game. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but spoilers, there is one. Flame crystal. In rare instances, the power of flame can manifest as a solid crystal. A boiled crab carcass is obviously garbage. A rolling pin made from an olive tree used by bakers everywhere. Though their face is splotched with darkness, you recognize this resident of Refrain.
My sin. Yes, my sin. I made millions as a merchant in the city. I've been married 12 times. And I killed them. I killed my wives. They loved my money. I don't blame them. Money is nice, but they didn't love me. And I could not love them. I am incapable of loving another. I know that now. What? There was someone I loved? A man? I see. There was one person I loved. One person.
The powerful emotions that Petrone harbored have dispersed. Your karma increases by 99. So, we need to go through and meet up with all the sinful spirits and essentially take their sin, essentially. I believe every single one will increase your karma by 99, so no matter what, you're going to be at max karma as you go through this place and unlock it further.
Well fought, everyone.
Crossbow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I believe you have to do it in order to unlock this. Powerful emotions blocking your path have dispersed. So now we can proceed. Jump and jump. And these will block you, wall breaker.
Let the battle begin. The most beautiful. We'll do it together. After you. Here I come. Here. On to the next one. Let the battle begin. So stand here. An opening. We'll do it together.
Miss me!
Here I come. Here. I don't need friends or we won. Thanks to me.
One, two, three, go!
So stand here.
Alright, got a hero unit, but got crossbow salvo, so we're fine.
Another successful hunt.
sign for— Here we go! An opening! After you!
Let's go! Wow!
On to the next one.
Minus luck shield.
Let the battle begin! This is a fun—
Let's go!
Go, go! Yeah! Yeah! We won!
One-handed hammer. That's about it. Lamb sausage. Lamb meat and spices stuffed in sheep intestine. My mouth is watering. Jump, jump, jump. Right. Blocked by emotions, so we can't go through that way. Come here, maybe. Tannis key, you need the Tannis key to open this chest.
I'll put you in your place. We'll do it.
So these things are vulnerable to blunt. Which right now we only have one person. We have two people I think that you blunt.
Miss me! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, bells are blunt.
Right!
Fortunately, those are our two slowest characters. Even our level 24 scythe user goes faster. Also, I completely forgot about the Tannis key. We need to find that as well.
I'll wipe the floor with soap. There! We'll do it together. Hey, you.
Let's go!
We win!
Though their face is splotched with darkness, you recognize this resident of Refrain.
Yeah. My sin. I hid my grandpa's medicine. 'Cause grandpa never had time for me. It was no fun. It was always working. It was a prank, that's all. That's all it was supposed to be. I went out to play with my friends. And when I came back, Grandpa was dead from a heart attack. I always wanted to be a craftsman, just like Grandpa. What? He wanted me to take over his shop? If I had someone to teach me, if I had someone who cared about me, maybe I could have...
Powerful emotions that Fritz harbored have dispersed. Karma increased by 99. So, yep, we already knew about Petrone killing his wives. Fritz pretty much hit his grandpa's medicine and let him die. Yeah. Pretty dark. Anyway, we should be able to go through here now. Same thing as before, disperses it, and now we can go through. Tenderizer. Sheep Bloodstone. The calcified rage of a murdered sheep contains faint traces of mana.
I'll wipe the floor with you. Are we taught? We'll do it together. Ha! An opening! It's nice to go! A direct hit? Yeah!
Critical hit 40.
You can praise me now.
One, two, three, go!
I don't play. Yeah! Taught! An opening!
Ah!
Yeah! All right! Yeah! We won! Let the battle begin! There! An opening!
Critical hit!
Well fought, everyone.
The Fallen Tannis Pact. You can switch. They got 2 attackers. They looks like they're get increased defense. Then you got supporters that increase hit, HP, covers HP, increases attack, and increases hit some more. And then the available donum, supercharge. Charge requires 1 round of charging, costs 25% of your health. Raises offensive capabilities for 5 rounds. Affects only the self. Lower axe speed for all enemies. Sacrifice 1 person to hit an enemy group with stench and mud. And then sacrifice 1 to hit all enemies with poison and fog. Didn't really need to break that wall, but that's fine. Tactical Engineer Pact. Increases a void. And yeah, it's a tanking one, though it focuses more on a void than anything else. And then reflect fire damage. Pretty much cover the entire coven, which is pretty impressive. Increase the axe speed of the entire coven. Increase the brigades. Yeah, the entire brigades hit rate. Light speed slash, unleash multiple high speed slashes into all enemies. It does slash and startle. It's all enemies. And then reflect slash damage. I don't really use tanking covens that often, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright. Is that everything? There's one more spot I didn't go to.
Time to fight.
Aha!
Yeah! After you!
Let's go! Huh?
There!
Yeah! Yeah!
Here! Yeah! Yeah! I'll go too! You're welcome! We won!
Titan's Toothpick. We've gotten one of those before, two-handed. Okay, so you might notice there's multiple staircases. They're kind of more like teleporters, if I recall. We're just going to pick one and go from there. We will need to kind of keep in mind what goes where, but not much we can really do about it. But yeah, as you can see, it's one... Oh, actually, it's not one way. Go back. Never mind. Oh, actually, it took me to a completely different place. Obtain Citizen's Bag. A bag that belongs to a resident of Refrain. It's nothing special. And we do have reverse gravity.
I'll wipe the floor with you.
Thermal Vixens.
Aha! There! After you! There! Let's go!
But of course.
With a lot more experience. Anyway, I was just exploring a little bit before we head on over. Guitar, Iron Globe. So yeah, essentially it's they're not random, but they kind of cycle. Soul Clarity 12, Divine Soul. Though at this point you probably don't really need big souls that badly. Pretty much if you're going for any like major builds, you really only need maybe a Soul Clarity 4 at best. Or at least, because once you do 5 Soul Clarities at max level, you will hit you'll hit max clarity.
Here we go!
Wow, you actually did damage.
We won!
Cloud Cream, which I think we have already. We do. Branch. Yeah, this area is kind of like filled with all the fancy Tannis, Demon's Road to Kalaza. So this is the route we take to the final boss. You have to remove all the seals to get to where you need to go, though. So instead of going through all the previous areas, you can technically kind of run around this particular area just over and over again and get any missing items that you, well, are missing. Awesome axe. Oh, there it is.
Time to fight! This... There! A direct hit! A direct hit!
Damn.
Here I come!
Could have been worse.
Well fought, everyone.
Just so my screen would stop flashing, let's at least remove that. Thank you.
Enemies approaching. Are we? Hey, you. We'll do it together. An opening.
Let's go!
Go, go! Yeah!
Miss me!
Yeah, yeah! You're welcome. Yeah! Shit! I don't blast it. Shit! This good? We'll do it together. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! Ah! An opening. Go, go! I'll go too. We won. Thanks.
We'll leave her dead for now.
I'll punch you. So there. We'll do it together. After you. 1 in a million.
Let's go! Ha!
Go, go!
Miss me!
Swish! So there. We'll do it together.
Ha! Ha!
After you. Go, go! We won. Thanks to me.
Eternal Love Pact. Sun sign only, moon sign only. Attack bonus, defense bonus, hit bonus, avoid bonus, and improved ability to defend. So you got True Love, which heals the entire brigade. You can raise your own guard. Increase the offensive capabilities of the Covenant at the cost of HP. You can spend 3 rounds charging up to do flame damage to all enemies, and then you can do a taunt. Alright, and this is another one of the spirits we need to talk to, but we'll save that for next time. I am the Depressed Dior, this was Labyrinth Refrain, Covenant Dusk. See you guys later.